What's up? I wanted to get on here and specifically talk about my experience that I just had with day 32 of Claim Your Power. So, I know I didn't talk about very many of the days, but this one really, really, really got me. So, he's having you create goals with purpose. And for those that don't know, the book is about finding your purpose. And the author, Mastin Kipp, he puts you through different days of exercises and answering questions and, thinking about things, journaling about things that lead you to creating your purpose. So, my purpose emotions are connection and joy that I have derived from the different exercises in this book. And my top 3 goals that I created today are: number 1, follow your heart. Follow my heart. Number 2, I want to work as a team with my wife. And number 3, put myself out there. So for follow my heart, I'm really pumped about this one because I feel like for me, I've gone away from this a little bit and I don't really know why or how, but I'm ready to course correct and start following my heart again. So for some reason, he asks what your next step is for this goal, and all I could think about was checking in with myself. How I feel like that could prevent me from going off course again. Doing some kind of regular check-in where I go, where I kind of reflect on what's going on in my life, what I'm doing, what's been happening, where I'm going, in like the near future. And like asking myself, does this align with what I want to do? Is this really calling to me? Is this following my heart? So some kind of check-in. Meanwhile, I've been wanting to create an evening routine that I like. And it could look different every night, but what I've been struggling with is adopting a time frame in the evening that is designated for winding down and relaxing. That is what I struggle with. So I thought, why don't I combine these 2 things and do a nightly check-in? And this is definitely a shorter check-in, probably, than what I was explaining a few minutes ago. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes of just like, how'd the day go? Am I following my heart? Did something happen where I didn't follow my heart? And like, how did that go? What did that look like? Did something happen where I did follow my heart? And how did that go? What did it look like? So, I'm going to start doing that. And it's a challenge for me, and it's going to be a struggle because of what I mentioned a few minutes ago. It's very hard for me to shut off in the evenings, put down my to-do list, put down doing something active in any sense, like moving about the cabin, as I say, moving around the house. I really struggle with just, okay, like, we're transitioning now into the evening, into rest and recovery. It's a big challenge for me. So, and putting myself first has always been a big challenge for me too. So, taking the time to check in with myself for 5 minutes will really kind of test both of those things. Like, not only am I stopping for the evening, winding down, I'm also turning all the focus to me and checking in with myself in that moment. So it's really hard, but I need to start doing it. And then it says, who could a mentor be? I couldn't really think of a mentor for this specific thing, but someone I've been wanting to follow more closely is Timber Hawkeye because of his, just his whole stance and his whole practice on mental health. I think that could really help me in this arena. And yeah, basically just making sure my evenings are centered around this check-in for myself. And if I don't do anything else but a little check-in with myself, I think that would be good, and I think that I would be happy with that, and I think I would benefit first, like, most of all. My second goal, work as a team with my wife, is important because I often try to resolve things myself, and not because I'm like, I want to do it myself and I don't want to ask for help, but that's just my go-to. I'm like, okay, I'm presented with this issue, this challenge, whatever it is. What am I going to do? What am I going to do to fix this? What am I going to do to, to make this better? And it's like, we're a team, and I need to keep reminding myself that whatever's going on with me is going to affect her in some way. So, and she's my main support group. So it's like, I could start using her at least for brainstorming. Like, hey, I got this problem, And then not only can she weigh in if she needs to, but she can also know, this is what I'm currently struggling with. So, just for that visibility. My a mentor that I could use are the Freemans. They Meet the Freemans on Instagram. They are couples coaches. They're conveniently local, so they're in the state of Arizona. And what I could do is just, as kind of a next step, I could make some time to go through their socials, their, the messages they're putting out, their podcasts. I could listen to that just to kind of get some of those messages in my head more regularly. Purpose goal number 3 is another big one. I mean, they're all big ones. I think follow my heart and this one I'm about to talk about are the most challenging. Working as a team with my wife is less challenging, but it's still something that I want to do on a regular basis. So, purpose goal number 3 is put myself out there. Now, people that know me are going to be like, what do you mean? Like, you're excellent at this. I think in the past I have been, for sure. And it kind of correlates with following my heart, where I've kind of fallen off of it a bit. And my career change, our current lifestyle situation has kind of played into that, and I've let it just be that I'm at home a lot. And I've also tried to make my business what it's going to be in the beginning, not leaving room for it to kind of morph into other things or grow branches or just grow period. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. Put yourself out there. It's like, create content much like this video and put it out there. Why not? Create content and put it on Instagram. Why not? It might touch somebody. And then also physically put myself out there. So I don't have a lot of friends locally. My family is here and I'm close with them, and I'm very, very grateful for that and love spending time with them. However, in terms of just plain old friendships, I don't really have a lot going on in that department. So trying to put myself out there. So my next step is to research and pick a place to volunteer. That's also twofold, because I also want to get out in the community more and just kind of contribute to the community feel that sense of community. So that's also like, I'm getting, not just putting myself out there, but I'm also kind of, what's the word? Working towards a separate goal when I start volunteering. But it's a worthy challenge for me because I'm just gonna be honest, I hesitate meeting new people here in Arizona. I'm a gay woman. I've got a wife, and Arizona has a reputation of being right-leaning, and for me, I don't always feel the safest and the most comfortable that I could feel places in Arizona. And because of things in my past, I always have this hesitation of opening up and saying my wife, or talking about myself in that way that reveals that I'm gay or that I have a wife. And so that's why getting out and meeting people is just straight up a challenge for me, because I know I'm going to have to reveal that part about me. And while I'm getting better at revealing that part about me, it's always a hesitation in the back of my mind. So that's why that's a challenge. I have no clue who my mentor could be in this area. Putting myself out there, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure that out. And then how do you make room in your schedule is the last part, and that's just basically just finding volunteer opportunities and signing up for them and putting them on my schedule and working around it, because it's important to me. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of recap that day and talk about it, because I'm pretty excited about it, because it's not like a goal of like, I'm gonna lose weight, or I'm gonna eat more, I'm gonna clean up my diet, or I'm gonna read, a book a month. It's like, it's different. I really like these goals because they are more centered around my core values than things to accomplish, I guess, is why I'm really attracted to it. And I'm also stoked because I'm like, I want to start doing things because they make me feel good, because they excite me, because then I'm thriving and I feel that. That's why I want to do certain things, and that's where I want my goals to kind of funnel through. So, really excited about it. Wanted to share with y'all. If you are stuck in any capacity and in any depth or at any level, this is a great book to work through it. And it doesn't even have to be, you can be majorly stuck or you can be minorly stuck. I think this is just a great way to go. And it's 40 days, nothing big. There's a couple days that take a little longer, but mostly, like this day I did in about 30 minutes, I think. The other day I did one in about 10. Like, some of them were just really short. So, anyway, highly recommended. Hope this reaches somebody, and thanks for listening.